I want to say greetings, everybody. We're going to do it again here. Yeah, we're going to do it again. I'm fine now. I made a phone call and had a very good conversation. And now I have resolved my terror. And I'm telling you, it may not be easy, you know, for you to deal with a guy who is on the edge of a mental breakdown. But I feel good tonight, and I want to frickin' smoke some weed. And I'm waiting for some of my friends to join in the live text here. I want to welcome everybody here to the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. We are about to go to the top of the 11th. I had a little breakdown, and thank God I knew to call somebody for support. And I feel better now. I feel ready now. I will see some people are going to come in here. And enjoy this ball game with me. Anybody out there? We're waiting for people to come on. We have Kurt Miller. I think the longest was I don't remember, Kurt. I really don't remember. It could be 20. I don't remember. I've had a few long ones here, like 16 maybe. All right, we'll resume this ball game. It's Pat Dobson is the new pitcher for the Tigers now. And Don Buford will lead it off. Buford 3 for 5 today. He had 3 singles, and then he flew to left and popped the third. Top of the 10th, Dobson on the mound. Top of the 11th, I'm sorry. Dobson winds, and the pitch to Buford. That's 3-7 right-handed, and he grounds it to first for cash. And he takes it to the bag. And that's one away. Lord, what a game. Here's Paul Blair now. What a freaking game. We want to welcome everybody back. Okay, Dobson. The pitch to Blair. 4-6, right-handed, walked him. Look at Blair was 3 for 5. Now he draws a base on balls. That's 4-6 right-handed. Blair being held 1-11 with free hand. Frank Robinson, 0 for 3, hit by a pitch twice. Came home on the 3-run home run by Powell. Here's Dobson now, holding Blair from the stretch, and the pitch to Robinson. That's 4-4. That is a grounder to third X. That'll be for Wirt, 217. Three-two. It's a G3 being held. It's going to be, oh, these are so hard to do. On third base, a right-handed hitter. Third base, no, it is not. It's going to be a 3-2, a G3. Wirt, E17. Kathy Harden is here. 5-8-9. E7. It's going to be a G3 with a runner on first. It is. He's going to go to second base on that. And we have 2 away. Kathy Harden, I don't know if you were here. Here comes Boog Powell. Kathy Harden, I was hoping you'd be here because I had an acute breakdown there, and I had to close it out, and I made a phone call to somebody, had a pretty good phone conversation, and I'm feeling better now. I have to just resign myself to the fact that this is the way life is right now. And I want to also appreciate everybody out there who tolerates me with my emotional distress. It's 2 outs, but I'm back and I'm raring to go. I could even think of starting a second game. It's Blair in scoring position with the big man at the plate and 2 outs. Here's Dobson from the plate. Powell 1 for 5 with the 3-run tying home run. And the pitch to Powell. That's 1-3. Oh, I'm sorry, that's 3-3. And that's going to be to right by Boog Powell. Blair will round third. He's coming home. Blair 1-16, 2 outs, 1-18. And they will let him score. Holding Powell at first. And that is the 4th run batted in for Boog Powell. Knocking in all 4 runs today. What a play it was. Let's look at it again, please. Many of us have had breakdowns. Yeah. That was a bad one. It was very temporary and acute, though. That was I couldn't live like that for hours because that would be just terrifying. I did something. Sometimes you just have to do something that relates to what it's about. Powell on first, 2 down, 1 in, 4-3 Orioles now. And here comes Brooks Robinson. Dobson the loser now. Boog goes boom with a perfect base hit to bring home the Speedy Blair. 1-18, they didn't even throw at him. Brooks Robinson 1 for 5 today. Here's Dobson now. And the pitch to Robinson. That is 5-6 right-handed, and he flies it to center. This should end the inning. Northrup is under it. He makes the catch, and the side is out. But another run. What a comeback and takeover by the Baltimore Orioles. 4-3. I'm really sorry. I know there's some people here for Detroit. And Eddie Watt is the winning pitcher of record. Dobson the loser. And it will be Northrup, Cash, and Horton, the heart of the order. It will be the heart of the order, folks. Eddie Watt trying to win it here. Here comes Northrup now. Eddie gets the sign. Here's the windup. The pitch to Northrup. That's 2-3 right-handed. He pops it up foul territory. Etchebarren makes the catch, and it's 1 away. And the batter is Norman Cash. The tension is so thick. Eddie Watt. The wind up and the pitch to Cash. 0 for 4 today. 3-10 right-handed. Grounds it to first. Boom, boom. Will jog it to the bag. 2 down. And it's all up to Willie Horton. What a game. They'll be talking about this one for a day or so. Willie Horton with 2 outs, bottom of the 9th, 4-3 Orioles. Watt gets the sign from Etchebarren. The pitch. It's 110 and it's hit deep. Oh my. Left field. It's a tie ball game. It's a tie frickin' ball game. I saw it roll down the tower. Let's look at that again. 1 frickin' 10 against a right-hander. 110. People, is that a 110? I want to get something straight right now. Is that a frickin' 110? That looks like a 110 to me, and against the right-hander for Willie Horton, that looks like that is a game-tying home run. This has been one of the wildest games I've ever played, Kathy Harden. One of the wildest frickin' games. that I've ever played. And I'm actually feeling kind of good right now. I'm feeling better about everything now. Especially there's a couple people here who want the Motown Magic tonight. First, let's get that home run in by Horton. Lord Almighty, what a time to do it. Willie unleashed. Straight away left field. And that's going to tie him with Karl Yastrzemski with 38. Let's confirm that. That's number 38 for Willie Horton. Willie Horton now tied with Karl Yastrzemski. Number 38. So Eddie Watt allows the game tying run. It's 2 outs, nobody on, and here's Freehand now. Let's see what Kathy said. Sweet soul music from Horton's bat, indeed. I knew you had seen something. I saw it in a glance. That was some sweet soul. Oh, here's Freehand now. He can win it. Eddie Watt now facing Freehand. 2 outs, nobody on. This game can be so tense. Here's the windup and the pitch from Watt. That's 6-11. Fly ball right X. That was a 6-11 right-handed. Fly ball right X. That's going to be for Robinson. 2-4. Frank's going back. 2-4. That's going to be an F3. Frank's going to get that. E4, 9-12. And he is an E4, 9-12. And he makes the catch. And we're going to the 12th. God help us. Kurt Miller notes that big home run by Willie Horton. And Boog Powell turns out, look at what he's doing. 3-run home run, then he knocked in the go-ahead. Quite a ball game here today. And whoa. Whew. Lord Almighty. Lord frickin' help me, God. And this game is in the middle of multiple parts that includes an acute emotional breakdown. I feel better now after talking to someone on the phone. By the way, if anyone's interested, it will be Pat Dobson pitching for the Tigers, even though he allowed the go-ahead run. There's no reason we're going to bring in Dobson. It's funny how both relievers in the game now let up either go-ahead or tying runs, and they're still in this game. No reason to take Eddie Watt out unless they have a pinch hitter for him this inning. And if that's the case, they're scoring runs if they get that far. Eddie Watt. I remember at least once, I remember a big game. I think it was I'm not sure. I think it was game 3 of the 69 series. Eddie Watt came in for McNally, or when Gentry was winning, and then Gentry got tired. They brought Nolan Ryan in, and he saved it, and it was a turning point. There are multiple turning points in the World Series. Okay, the ultimate was in game 4, when Swoboda made that catch and they won that game and took a 3-1 lead. I mean, that was that was just unbelievable. This has been quite a game, and it's really kind of ironic that it's been interrupted. I could actually post it on X, formerly Twitter, as a playlist. Just go to the playlist and then start at the first one. It might be an interesting thing for some people. And I want to thank everybody for actually being here with me. Boog appeared in 10 different Miller Lite commercials. Okay. And he's 82, yeah. And he lived in Lakeland, born in Lakeland. My father went to college there. I forgot the name of the school. It's a very small, even today, it's a very, very, very small town. The population, I mean, $112,000. Well, that's a lot. I bet you it was a lot less when my father went to college there. He went to college there, let's call it 1951. $55,000. Not too small, but certainly not a. I bet you Fort Lauderdale wasn't that much. Let's see if I have the gumption to pick this game up again. Who appeared in the lie? Hope he. Wonder if he got good residuals. Kurt Miller notes, Boog appeared in 10 different Miller Lite commercials. Some new money you can get. It's a 4-4 ball game, by the way. Kurt Miller. You know, we could look that up, but I'm going to bet you, I'll bet you they do have at least one lake. Okay? You could look it up on Google and probably find it very quickly. Today they make artificial lakes, so I don't know if there's golf courses and things like that. I don't know if are you including artificial lakes? Because I think that would be a big factor that would increase the likelihood that they have at least one frickin' lake. If you're talking about natural lakes, I'd have to look that up, sir. Let's play some baseball. The Orioles are due up here, top of the 12th. This has been a ball game. I don't even want to describe it to you. It's so wacky. And Pat Dobson comes out to pitch his second inning. Pat Dobson, and it's going to be Johnson, Etchebarren, and Belanger. You can imagine a pinch hitter. They have a very deep. They have Reichert, who's quite available and quite warming up. They got it all. They're going for number 100 tonight. Here's Dobson now, and the pitch to Davy Johnson. That's 6-7 right-handed. He chops it to second. For Ike Brown, 430. G2 for E30. That's 6-9, 12 E30. Oh, and he boots it. It was a G2 E1. It's going to be a one-base error by Ike Brown. And Johnson, look at that. That's not what you want to do. Sure, Ike doesn't feel good about it. Third error for the Tigers today. And here comes Andy Etchebarren. Really? Boog Powell with a barbecue restaurant in Camden Yards. Kathy Harden says Boog has or had. Bargaboog. Barbecue Boog. So it's Johnson on first. Here's Etchebarren now. Dobson from the stretch. That's 5-7 right-handed. Struck him out. And now Belanger. Be a hitter for what? Dobson from the stretch. That's 5-7 right-handed. Struck him out. That's the second. His first endurance is one more inning. And there's going to be a hitter here for Eddie Watt. Eddie Watt pitched 2 innings. Allowed the tying run. It's going to be Reichert, as we had said, and he pitched in this game in real world. Let's see who's hitting with 1 out, 2 outs, and a runner on first. It will be Merv Rettenmund. Didn't have one of his greatest years. I think he hit 247. Rettenmund will lead it off here. Two outs. Johnson on first, top of the 12th, tied at 4. Dobson. And the pitch to Rettenmund. That's 4-9 right-handed, and that is a base hit. Johnson rounds second and goes to third. And it's going to be up to Don Buford here in a clutch situation. It was 4-9 right-handed, base hit. Merv does his job. He's got good speed. He's 1-15. So it's Merv on first, Johnson on third, 2 outs. It's up to Donnie Buford. Switch hitter batting left. Here's Dobson now. And the pitch to Buford. 3-9, struck him out. He struck out the side. No runs. 1 hit, the error, both left on. Dobson gets out of it. There'll be a pinch hitter for him. We're in the middle of the frickin' 12th. It's a 4-4 ball game. And there's going to be a new pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles. His name is Pete Rickert. Rickert is coming out from the bullpen. In the Tiger bullpen, Fred Lasher is warming. Yes, Dave Little, it's been a game. And Hiller, the left-hander, is warming. Lasher and Hiller warming. Oh, boy. Well, here's Pete Rickert now. We have Dave Little here, Kathy Harden. I'll try not to get self-conscious because I just exalt you, after I saw that video of yours. I'm sorry. It's going to be Ike Brown, a pinch hitter, we assume for Dobson. And then top of the order with Gutierrez. Dobson pitched 2. Pete Rickert is the new pitcher. And leading it off will be Don Wirt. It's going to be Wirt, Ike Brown, and then we assume a pinch hitter for Dobson. Okay, Rickert is ready. The wind-up. And the pitch to Wirt. That's 2-7, left-handed, grounded to short for Belanger. And he throws it over to Pal, Kathy Harden, and he threw it hard. That's 1 out. Pal loves that. He loves the ball being steamrolled into his glove. Here's Ike Brown now. Ike 0 for 3, he walked. He was the first walk in that crazy. Folks, if you have been with us, maybe I'll talk about it after this half inning, the way this game was. A little recap. Reichert, 1 out, nobody on. Brown at the plate, the wind-up, and the pitch. That's going to be 5'9" right-handed. He struck him out. And there's going to be a hitter for Pat Dobson, who was not impressive, I would say. It's going to be Fred Lasher, by the way, coming in. They still have the left-hander Hiller if we want to use him against Powell, but I bet you Powell's pretty bad with that too. Lasher will be the fourth Tiger pitcher. Let's see who's sitting here with 2 outs and nobody on. It's kind of an obligatory thing. If you had a long-time reliever, you might keep him in. It's going to be Mickey Stanley, and Stanley's been playing in and out of games. I have no indication that he is injured long time. And Stanley has some power. So they brought Kaline out, now they'll bring Stanley. Another, I guess we call Mickey Stanley was a staple of the Tigers. So 2 outs, nobody on. Reichert on the mound, pitching to Stanley, 4-4 tie. Orioles at the Tigers. Here's Reichert, and the pitch to Stanley. That's going to be 4-6 right-handed. He chops it to third for Brooks. He fields it beautifully, and he throws it on over to John Powell. And we're going to the 13th inning. It's been a ball game, folks. I thought maybe give you a little recap on how this has gone. A beautiful little recap. Lake Wire, Kurt Miller. You see, you live and you freaking learn. Lake Wire. Today, information is accessible to everyone who has an internet connection. All information of the world, so to speak. Well, I don't want to get much of a recap, but what I will say is it was Palmer and Lolich facing off September 6th, 3rd of a 4. They split the first 2 games, and Palmer had a bizarre 3rd inning pitching against the Tigers. He walked 4 in a row, so he walks 1 in, and then the base hit by Northrop brought 2 in. It was 3-0. And that's the way it stayed until the top of the 9th, when with 2 outs and 2 on, Brooks Robinson hit a game-tying 3-run home run, and we went to extra innings. And not only that, we had another one. I love when this happens in extra innings because it just makes it go on. Both teams score a run in the 11th. Blair reached 3rd eventually with 2 outs, and Powell was the man again who hit what the time was the go-ahead run, giving him his 4th run batted in. Remember his 3-run home run. And then Willie Horton, with some Motown soul, hit his 38th home run of the season with 2 outs. It's so storybook fashion. It's like surreal, man. It's surreal. And we're heading to the top of the 13th. Boy, have I had a day. Here, it's going to be for a new pitcher, Fred Lasher now. New pitcher, that's right, Kathy Harden. And I'm going to set this one up in a playlist because it's set up already on the playlist for this date of games, and then they just go one after another. This one's called Let's Try It Again, after I had an acute emotional breakdown. It lasted about 30 seconds, and I just got off, and I took an action which relieved me. I am still wired out, though. Here's top of the third for the Orioles. Oh, what a game it's been. Fred Lasher is the fourth Tiger pitcher today, and leading it off will be Paul Blair, who is 3 for 5, walked and scored. All the runs knocked in by Boom Boom. Blair steps in now. Fred Lasher, the new pitcher, right-hander. And the pitch to Blair. That's 2-6, right-handed. It's a base hit for Blair. Being held. 1-11. And here's Frank Robinson now. So that's not a great start here for Fred Lasher. Lasher working from the stretch now. Blair, the go-ahead run on first, nobody out. Here's Lasher now. The pitch to Robinson. That's 2-5, and he hit him for the third frickin' time of the game. And you don't want to know something? Bizarre things have happened. There's going to be no warning. You know, in this kind of game, you're not doing anything like that intentionally. But it was a 2-5, I'm sorry. And he got hit for the third time. It can happen. And as bizarre as baseball is sometimes, this very well could have happened. And here's Boog Powell now. Another base hit'll do. Lasher from the stretch in trouble already. The pitch to Powell. That's 1-2. He flies it to center, and it's deep. And everybody's going to tag. Everybody's going to tag. It's a deep, I guess it's not a sacrifice. Everybody's going to tag. So that's not good. It's 1 out, second and third. Here's Brooks Robinson now. Lasher in trouble here. And the infield is in. Here's Lasher. That's 2-7, right-handed. Oh, it's a base hit to left. Off Lasher. Robinson comes home. Frank Robinson, rounding with no asterisks. Horton is a -2. There's only 1 out. With Frank, that's 1-14. 1-13. We'll keep him there. And look at it again. It's happening again. Someone else got a run batted in this time. It was Brooks Robinson with the base hit off Lasher. First and third, 1 down. They're going to give Lasher a chance here to get out of this with only 1 run. Here's Davey Johnson now. And the pitch to Johnson. That's going to be 6-6 right-handed, and that is a Fly ball to left. My Lord. It's deep enough for Robinson to tag. There was only one out. A pretty miserable inning here as the Orioles take 2 runs here in the 13th. Now it's 2 outs and Brooks Robinson on first and Andy Etchebarren comes to the plate. Unbelievable. They're going to need Smokey. 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Etchebarren. 1-11, and he grounds it to short to Gutierrez, throws him out, and the side is out. Well, look, sometimes your luck runs out. Now it is a 6-4 ball game. The kind of tall order. Lasher was really pretty shitty there. And Pete Rickard coming in now. His second inning and for the win. And it will be the top of the order. Cesar Gutierrez, Tommy Tresh, and Northrup. Okay, Reichart is ready to win it. Stepping up is Cesar Gutierrez. Lasher died at 80. Oh. Here's Reichart now. His second inning. Facing Gutierrez. Here's the windup, the pitch. That's 1-8, left-handed, and oh, it's chopped to second. And Johnson has it. Throws to Powell, 1 out. They have a great infield. Here comes Tresh. Tigers need 2 here. Switch hitter batting right. 6-10. Switch hitter batting right. Grounds it to Brooks Robinson at third. Robinson, 114. Oops, I missed the die. Got to re-roll. Oh, re-roll. That'll be a 2-1. I think that's the only one who would catch that. Yeah, it's a G2. He's a 1. He's an E14. Six, 9, 12. And he throws him out. And it's all up to Jimmy Northrup, but even a home run won't do it here. A sort of an anticlimactic end to this. Reichart, 4-8, left-handed, struck him out. And the game is over. Wait a minute. The game is over, yeah. Kind of an amazing game how the Orioles ended up winning this. Riker did pitch 2 perfect innings. Lasher gets the loss. That'll do it. Thank you for the game, for hanging out here, Dave Little. And to everybody else, thank you. I'm going to go rest for a while. And stay strong. And thanks for being... Oh, yeah, Detroit is dejected. It was a terrible, terrible loss. And it's the 100th win for the Baltimore Orioles. I want to thank you all. I'm going to take off. Ciao.